Hello and welcome. Today I'm super excited to be able to take a second look at the Microsoft Surface Duo. This is the 128GB model. I had the same one on launch day, but plagued with some of the initial issues. I ended up returning that one. In the box, of course, you're first greeted with the Surface Duo, and then followed by the Surface Duo, you get the bumper, the charging cable, and of course a charging brick. Removing the plastic though from the Surface Duo is such a satisfying experience once again. This hardware is so impressive right out of the box every time. Microsoft did an incredible job on the hardware here. There's certainly no denying that when it comes to this device. Now that we have the bumper on as well, let's boot this up and get this Surface Duo set up. So turning it on, I won't bore you with the entire setup, but this thing updated not just once, twice, but maybe 4 to 5 times before it was truly set up. Microsoft has been pretty decent with the updates, but I do wish out of the box that they weren't iterative updates and it simply just installed the latest right out of the box. So while the Surface Duo is still updating, let's take a look at the Microsoft Slim Surface Pen and charger. I have a few of the Galaxy S Pens, but I'm excited to try out Microsoft's Surface Pen with the Surface Duo for that ultimate productivity and multitasking experience. In the hand, it's light, and it feels more ergonomically friendly than the Samsung S Pens right out of the box, but we'll have to compare long term. Another great accessory pairing is the Xbox controller. Gaming on the Surface Duo is solid and it performs well. I really enjoyed taking advantage though of the dual screen for gaming and consuming other media. It's a media consumption experience that is unlike any other when you have those dual screens, and it's really nice to have that when you're not working in its true productivity nature. Tent mode, for example, is just an awesome viewing experience for watching YouTube or maybe some Netflix. And then also, I do have to say, the viewing angles and the sound aren't terrible from this device. Some reviews say that the sound and everything isn't that great, but overall, it's pretty solid. Writing on the Surface Duo with the Surface Pen has been smooth. Highly recommend the Surface Pen combo with the Surface Duo. Not just writing with the Surface Pen has been awesome, but using it to navigate throughout the UI of the Duo as well is nice. Following the latest updates Microsoft delivered here, I have not had any issues, stutters, or lag like previously seen at launch. The Duo is honestly even more impressive to me now that the updates have fixed some of the initial bugs. The hardware and engineering that went into the Duo is exceptional. I use a lot of the Microsoft applications for work, really all of them, and the experience has been, productive without interruption is probably the best way to put it. The software experience has been honestly really smooth. No crazy flickering light show with Google Chrome anymore, for example. Multitasking is just a breeze on the Duo, and I'm just glad to experience the leaps and bounds of differences here. The hinges are strong and durable. The bumper case is a really welcomed addition to not only protect the Duo, but give it a unique finish all around. I also love Microsoft's small attention to detail, like having the SIM card slot cut out for easy access to the SIM tray while still having a case. I can honestly say I've used the Duo as my main device the last few days, and I haven't missed my S21 Ultra all that much. Having this bumper case on here to protect the device has been really nice while on the go. The fingerprint scanner, the charging, everything on here, the battery experience has just been really impressive. And again, super impressed by the hinges and the durability and the flexibility of these hinges. It's just a really impressive engineering feat that they accomplished here. Again, as you can see, that fingerprint scanner is just really smooth this go around. No issues. It unlocks right away. Again, just super impressed here with the updates. Let's talk about that single camera. Surprisingly, Microsoft, through all the updates, has done an excellent job of updating this camera. I'm really impressed. The photos I took throughout the house in different lighting, of course, aren't going to compete with a lot of the flagships, but it's not meant to. It's meant more for Teams meetings, scanning documents, etc. However, with the updates, if I threw some filters on some of these photos, you might not even notice that they were taken with a Surface Duo. Hopefully with the Surface Duo 2, we see an improved camera setup, but honestly, putting my productivity hat on here, I think through the updates, Microsoft accomplished what they envisioned with this camera setup, and it certainly suits its purpose well. All of the photos, again, taken on the Duo, no edits. I think overall it did a pretty good job, and I don't really have any complaints here as far as the camera setup with the updates. It's much better than it was before. Moving on, though, overall to the productivity side, again, paired with that Surface Pen, it has been an awesome experience for work. Using the Surface Pen throughout the day, just having that accessory on board is really nice to have. And then multitasking, again, has been incredible with the split screen application. So having, my calendar up, for example, example, are Teams up, and then also having all of my notes up for work. It's been just a super, super smooth experience, being able to move everything from one screen to the other and navigate throughout the UI without any problems. A few minor things, with the Surface Pen, since you have those magnets on the back, I know not its initial intention, but when you do close this, I do have to note here, you do get this weird gap. So like holding the device is a little awkward when it's in this wedge-like shape. It's kind of like just sitting there holding a MacBook Air on its side for a while. So it gets kind of annoying. So I try to look for other places to try and put it, which there's really nowhere to put it on the device unless you put it on that back screen when you're typing on the front. So again, a little bit awkward. So usually I just put it on the table or back in my backpack, but you want to make sure that you don't lose it because again, having it here can be very awkward throughout your use. Another minor gripe that I have, very minor, is I just wish the flashlight was easier to access and it was on the outside of the device, just because as a parent, needing a flashlight, really quick would be helpful. But overall, minor gripe, very impressed with the Surface Duo. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on the Surface Duo, especially if you've had it long term. I'm really, really impressed with it. Thank you for watching. Take care and stay safe.